Hey everybody, it's me. Sorry, I had a little technical difficulty getting started today, but I am here today to lead you in a meditation for the Great American Solar Eclipse, and I have some special gifts today. I have my crystals and flowers for all of the chakras. If you can see, the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown chakra. So let's get started. If you don't have a meditation practice, that's okay. I am actually sitting on a towel, and I have a rolled up little hand towel in between my two sit bones. So we will begin actually with a breathing technique, pranayama, just to bring your mind into that place where you can feel more focused and balanced. So you'll take your two index, right index and middle fingers to the forehead, close the eyes, and then take your right thumb to the outer right nostril. You'll inhale through the left nostril. Pause, hold the breath in, use your ring and pinky to close the left nostril, and then exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Pause, hold the breath in, block both nostrils, and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Pause, hold the breath in, block both, and exhale through the right. So we'll do that 4 more times. So we'll do it 6 times total. That helps to bring the mind back into a place of stillness. So if you're just joining us, we're doing some breathing techniques to calm the mind, and then we're going to do a meditation to balance and take advantage of the solar lunar energy from the solar eclipse. So again, inhale through the left nostril. Pause, hold the breath in, block both, and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Pause, hold the breath in, block both, and exhale through the left. 3 more on your own. So this balances out the masculine and feminine energy that make up all of us, because we have a mother and a father. And when we balance out these energies, the masculine is associated with the sun in yoga, and the feminine is associated with the moon. So we're already going to be going into this masculine, feminine event. In about 20 minutes or so, we'll see the peak, and we'll be meditating throughout that. So just finish your breathing techniques just a few more times. In and out. You might even be able to hear the water. I'm actually by the East River, and some boats are going by. It's creating some waves, so you can imagine you're breathing with the waves. And one more. And then release your hand down. I'm going to put down the camera, but you guys will still be able to see me, and I will also be sharing my crystals and my flowers with you as well. Okay. See me? Yeah. Okay, good. Oops. Little technical difficulty. Hang on. Hang on a second. Okay. Okay, so we're going to balance the chakras. I'm going to start with the first chakra. You're welcome to look or keep your eyes closed. I have a pink crystal here. You can imagine this at the base of your pelvis, or you can imagine a red rose. Beautiful. I just got these today for all of you. And you can imagine that at the base of your pelvis. So you'll close your eyes. Imagine that red pink crystal at the base of your pelvis, or the red rose blossoming at your pelvis. This balances the root chakra. And as you breathe in and out through the nose, see if you can send your breath down into the base of your pelvis. And you might even feel the muscles in the pelvic floor moving with your breath. So this balances our roots. This is our roots, where we come from, our ancestry, our basic needs, our financials, and our relationship with our body. So it's important to balance all of our chakras, the lower 5, as they are balanced, and then we move into the third eye in the center of the forehead. We begin to transcend beyond the elements, our physical body and the mind, our prakriti, or our nature. So that red flower at the base of your pelvis. Now drawing your energy up into your pelvic bowl. Those of you that are meditating with the eyes open, I will show you. I have an orange flower here, beautiful orange flower, and a crystal with, it looks like a moon with the tips pointing up at the top. So that is your visualization. The color is orange. So imagining that silver crescent moon with the tips pointing up at the top, and then the orange flower in the pelvic bowl. This is our called our sacral chakra, or our water chakra, Svadhisthana. This balances out our likes and our dislikes, our desires. It's also where we find balance in our sexuality and our sensuality, the expression of that sexuality in the world. And all of the water that flows through our bodies, so all of the fluid that we have, we're made up of 70 to 80% water, and so all of that motion and fluid in our bodies, this is how we balance that as well. So again, that silver crescent moon with the tips pointing up at the top, and the orange flower, imagine that in your pelvis, and breathe that in a few times. Breathing in to the pelvis now, and breathing out. Okay, great. Perfect. So now moving your awareness, if your eyes are closed, moving your awareness up to the solar plexus, so that's the top of your abdomen, just below the base of your sternum, the xiphoid process, that little bone at the bottom of your sternum. And a yellow flower I have here, so the color is yellow. And I have a crystal with a triangle in the center. You're going to be focusing on that triangle, but imagine it's a red triangle. Okay, so red triangle pointing down. If you guys can see, I know it's a little hard with the light here, but red triangle pointing down, and the yellow flower blossoming in that red triangle. So breathing into your upper abdominals here, into the solar plexus, that little sun in your body. This is how we balance out the fire. It's also called our fire center. the fire in our bodies that gives you a heat, a metabolism. This also helps you to balance your ego so that you have a strong sense of yourself and full confidence without becoming egotistical. So again, that red triangle pointing down with the yellow flower. Just a few times breathing into your abdomen, imagining those that red triangle and the yellow flower. Again, if you're just joining me, I'm leading a meditation to help you balance in all of your chakras for the solar eclipse so that you can really take advantage of this lunar and solar energy, balancing the feminine and masculine aspects of your being. Okay, and now moving that energy and awareness up into your heart. So in the rib cage, into your heart center, anahata, which is your emotional center. So I couldn't find a green flower, but actually the heart center is where the masculine and feminine start to come together. It's the gateway between the higher chakras, which are considered to be more masculine, and the lower chakras, which are considered to be more feminine. So I have a green crystal with a heart in the middle, and you guys know that I find hearts everywhere, so I found a crystal with a heart in it, believe it or not. And, oops, sorry, just knocked you guys over. And then I have also a pink flower, and this balances the divine feminine. You can see a green little star here in the middle if you want to focus on that, or if you want to focus on the pink flower, which I really love, this beautiful lily. It smells amazing. I wish you were all here. So you can imagine the green crystal with the heart. You can imagine a green heart, or you can imagine a pink heart, or both, a pink and green heart. And you can imagine that flower. So closing the eyes again, if you open the eyes to look. So the color here is green. You can imagine that green heart in your heart with the pink flower blossoming. So balancing the masculine and feminine that flows through your heart, coming together in perfect harmony. So feeling the love, that expression of unconditional love and compassion in the heart center. As I said before, this is also our emotional center, so this is how we balance our emotions in this chakra. It is one of my favorites. I think it's almost everybody's favorite because you can really just feel the love here. So as you breathe in and out through your nose, green heart and pink flower growing in your heart. Just a few more times, breathing in and out. Perfect. Okay, so moving your awareness up into your throat. I have a big bouquet for this one. One of my favorite flowers, the blue hydrangea. So you can imagine that in your throat. I also have a blue crystal that is has a white circle in the middle and then an open circle as well. And that's because the throat chakra actually, the yantra or the visualization to balance it is a white circle. So I like to think of it like a white balloon that's expanding because this element is the element of space. I didn't talk about the heart, but it is the element of air. So this is the element of space here. And if you take a breath and feel your soft palate lifting up at the roof of your mouth, you can feel that spaciousness just like you're yawning. So you can imagine that blue crystal with the white like I said before, like I showed you before, or you can imagine the blue flowers in your throat blossoming, or both. So close your eyes and imagine that expansive white balloon with a tinge of blue on it, and the blue hydrangeas blossoming in your throat. So this is our communication center. This is how we communicate. And when we do open in the heart center, we can communicate with love and compassion, which is so important, especially during this time where there seems to be so much strife in our world. We can really come into the world and decide how we want to be in the world through our communication and through our heart. So when we communicate with that love and compassion, we create a vibration of love and compassion with the way that we communicate and every word that we speak. So feeling that spaciousness in your throat, again, the white circle with the blue around it, and then the blue hydrangea blossoming in your throat. Feel that element of spaciousness, moving that vibration of compassion throughout the entire world. Just a few more breaths. Again, white circle, like a balloon expansive in your throat, up to the roof of your mouth, the blue hydrangea blossoming in your throat. Perfect. Okay, we're going to move on to the third eye. So remember, I said at the beginning, this is where the masculine and feminine come together, and we can transcend beyond the limitations of the body and the mind. So this is called the third eye. When it is open, as I said before, we transcend beyond. But if it's closed, we get stuck in our mind and our body, and we're not able to move past those obstacles that we come into in life. So when you do meditate, you do open your third eye. So I have a beautiful crystal. It's like a violet flame, actually. And these are all slates of agate, by the way. So agate slates. You can imagine that here in the center of your forehead. And I also have, there's a child crying. I'm in the park. Send that person love. I also have this beautiful purple flower. So you can imagine that blossoming here in the center of your forehead. So again, the violet flame and then the purple flower I have here for the third eye center. So this breath is going to be a little different because I actually want you to imagine, so if you close your eyes, imagine that you're breathing in a violet flame through your nostrils and into the center of your forehead and into actually the center of your brain. So feel as though this violet flame can soften your brain. And in the center of your brain, imagine that violet crystal, if that helps you to visualize that, and then the violet flower blossoming in your midbrain. So all violet, the violet color helps us to open the third eye if it's not open, and then to help us move into that place of transcendence beyond, again, as I said before, the limitations of the mind and the body. So again, violet flame comes in through the nostrils into the midbrain. And then that violet flame stays in the midbrain, softening it, and that violet flower blossoms in your midbrain. You might even start to feel a pulsing in the center of your forehead or from the brain. That's okay. It's a good indicator that you're Pineal gland is being stimulated, releasing melatonin to bring your brain into that neutral place. Great, so violet breath coming in, and then you can exhale it out, but keep that violet flame in your mind, that violet flower blossoming. Okay, so one more chakra, and then we'll actually sit in silence for a few moments, and we'll just meditate on this unity in the world during the solar eclipse. So the crown chakra, so Sahasrara. This is where we go beyond the physical plane and we go into the spirit. So I have a white crystal with purple around it, so it still has that connection to the third eye center. And then I have a white flower. So you can imagine that here at the top of your head, the crown, where the soft spot of a baby is, and then the white flower here blossoming at the crown of your head. So the white, Sahasrara actually means thousandfold, and it, to the ancient yogis, 1,000 was considered to be an infinite number. And so when we imagine this flower blossoming from the crown of the head, it's 1,000-petaled, usually a lotus flower, 1,000-petaled lotus flower. Imagine it just blossoming off into the infinite, into infinity. So again, just one more time, just showing you some of you just joined. So the white flower, you can imagine blossoming at the crown of the head, and then this white crystal also here at the top of your head. So close your eyes again and imagine that white crystal at the top of your head, that white flower blossoming at the top of your head, melting your energy, your consciousness, your spirit into that divine spirit of the universe. And we will begin the unity meditation. So from the top of your head, imagine this white light pouring down through the crown. So now that you've opened your crown chakra, white light pouring down from the galactic sun in the center of the universe, the source of all energy, all love, all compassion, joy, blissfulness. White light pouring down through your crown into the top of the head and down through your body, all the way through all of the chakras that I just went through, all the way down your spine, through your pelvis, down into the earth. And as you move that light through your body down into the earth, imagine that the earth also brings white light from its center up through the different layers of the earth, through your body to meet that energy from the galactic sun, the center of the universe. So there's energy pouring down into you, and there's energy pouring up into you. You are complete light. You are in complete oneness and unity with the universe and with the earth, and all beings in the earth and on the earth, and all beings in the universe. So again, white light pouring down through the crown and through your spine, and white light moving up through your pelvis, through the spine, meeting one another in your heart. And as that light meets together in your heart, imagine that it becomes a pink light, rosy glow. So again, that love and compassion pouring into your heart, pouring in from the universe, pouring in from the earth. This pink and white light emanating from every cell of your being. You are love. You are oneness. You are union. You are joy. You are compassion embodied in this body. So that every person that you come into contact with, every plant and animal and object that you come into contact with can feel this union, this compassion, this love, this joy emanating from you. And as the sun and the moon come into oneness in this eclipse, you come into oneness as well with yourself and with everything in the universe, all beings, in this compassionate, loving, connected way. You are love and love is you. You are light and light is you. You are compassion and compassion is you. You are joy and joy is you. You are bliss and bliss is you. Once more, come into your heart. See that white light pouring in from the top of your head down the spine into your heart, and the white light pouring in from the base of your pelvis through the spine to your heart center. That pink rosy glow from your heart emanating. Take your hands to your heart center. Take a moment of silent gratitude to the body and to the mind for this practice today, for being still, to being this embodiment of love and compassion, this opportunity to take that into every encounter in your life, every person, every plant, every animal, every object. Take a moment to thank the sun and the moon for coming into this eclipse so that you can remember that love and compassion that resides within you. You can balance that masculine and feminine, those polarities within you, bringing them into harmony and balance. I hope that you take this with you into every moment of your living. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining. If you have any questions for me, if you'd like to keep meditating, you can do that. I can already tell we're in the eclipse still. It's gotten a little dark here in the park, but just remember, there is light within you and there's harmony with you. The darkness and the light come together. They help us to see one another in this light of polarity, masculine, feminine, darkness and light. So remember, it's all good. We're all here to come together to help each other, to find a deeper love within and without. So thank you for joining, everybody. Happy solar eclipse, and I will see you soon. Namaste.